Once upon a time, there was a tree. Not the tallest, not the most beautiful, but one tree became an army, and from humble roots in pagan soil, this little evergreen conquered the world. Once a year, it casts its spell on us. And now, fast-tracked to global domination, has its not-so-natural history made it the greatest tree on Earth?
The Christmas tree is not a Christian invention. It's adopted from many ancient pagan beliefs. The symbolism of actually cutting down an oak tree is uprooting the ancient Celtic priesthood, which is the Druids. Brings a tear to your eye.
Inbaal is a pagan and a witch. She practices Wicca, the world's fastest growing religion, and offers an alternative view about what the Christmas tree stands for.
The evergreen in the dead of winter symbolizes that life is possible and that life will return.
Wicca is a religion and form of witchcraft based on revering nature. Long before the advent of any kind of organized religion, trees that remain green all year round held a special meaning.
In ancient traditions, the evergreen trees would be revered because, amazingly and magically, they stayed alive when everything else died, which is why the symbol of renewed life during Christmas time or during what for us is Yuletide is an evergreen tree, and that's the tree that will be decorated and given gifts to. The commercialization of midwinter and of Christmas is not very pagan. It is cutting off a tree, bringing it home to die, spending lots of money on presents. It's not something that suits me, but if it's all right for other people, then that's fine too.
We haven't always cut trees on a wide scale to celebrate Christmas. And some people who follow a more ancient code still believe that this is an unnecessary loss of life.
Most pagans, most witches, will celebrate the Yule tree or the Christmas tree by decorating it maybe out in a park or in their own garden. We, unlike the Christians, aren't very likely to cut a tree and bring it into our house to die because pagans revere nature so much. The Wheel of the Year, which is the motion from dead of winter to springtime, to the height of summer, to autumn, and then to winter again, is a natural cycle that affects us whether we like it or not. As witches, we honor it and we celebrate it, and we have a different celebration for each season to be with nature. Hanging baubles on the Christmas tree goes back to a Norse tradition and also an ancient British custom of hanging glass bowls by your door, and that was meant to actually trap evil witches, to protect you from evil, to ward off any negativity. The god Saturn, to whom Saturnalia was dedicated, the ancient pagan 12 days of Saturnalia in midwinter, the god Saturn was the old grandfather time. Big white beard, chubby guy, nice and stocky, and that could remind you of one of the main players of modern day Christmas.
Saturn, Father Christmas, Santa Claus, St. Nick, whatever you choose to call him, he has an uncanny ability to get people to part with their money.
Ultimately, the tree is a focal point to bring people together at the time of midwinter. It cannot be bad. It's got people coming closer to nature, coming closer to their families, sharing, spending time together, exchanging gifts underneath it. It's a wonderful thing.